It has been more than a decade since the Columbine High School massacre in Colorado. Now the mother of one of the killers has written about her son and the suicide attack. Rick Salinger of our Denver station KCNC joins us with more. Rick, good morning.
Good morning, Russ. In the first somewhat detailed remarks by a parent of one of the Columbine killers, Susan Klebold said she had no idea her son Dylan was suicidal until she read his remarks in his journal.
In an essay for next month's issue of O, the Oprah magazine, Susan Klebold says, "From the writings Dylan left behind, criminal psychologists have concluded that he was depressed and suicidal. When I first saw copied pages of these writings, they broke my heart. I'd had no inkling of the battle Dylan was waging in his mind." In April 1999, Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris killed 12 students and a teacher at Columbine High School before turning their guns on themselves. The killer's parents have repeatedly declined to talk publicly about the shooting rampage. Susan Klebold writes that she's struggling to make sense of what happened, stating, "Dylan's participation in the massacre was impossible for me to accept until I began to connect it to his own death," adding that once I saw his journals, it was clear to me that Dylan entered the school with the intention of dying there. And so, in order to understand what he might have been thinking, I started to learn all I could about suicide.
Brian Rohrbaugh, the father of one of the Columbine victims, says this was more than just a suicide. This was a murder-suicide, which is very different. He said Susan Klebold had much more to say when she testified under oath in federal court in their lawsuit. Russ?
Rick Salinger of KCNC in Denver. Thank you very much.